Gear, we do have it available. There are some sweatshirts and some t-shirts remaining. Be sure to get yours. Yeah, we got a lot of backpacks left, kids. If you haven't turned your ticket, be sure you do as you make your way through into the crowd. One backpack for kids 12 and under. Lots of goodies in there. We had quite a few individuals and businesses who stepped up to donate those backpacks. Our sponsors who are donating the backpacks tonight included Superior Plumbing, Deedit's Caretaking and Property Management, Chef Renee, Sportsman Chalet, Kip Brown Racing, Yeager Twin Racing, Ryan Brown Racing, Detroit Road Building, Jason and Lucas Detroit Racing, JoeBernigan.com, Badger Truck Repair, Prop Shop, Nick Allard Racing, Bell Racing, and Pineview Construction. To them, a few hot laps, great trip in the 18. Danny's out and shaking out a little more in the 17. John up out there as well. Once again, kids, as you make your way through the gates, exchange your ticket for a backpack. We're all right down there on the picnic table as you make your way in. All chock full of school supplies. And I know all the kids are ready to go back to school, aren't you? Maybe the parents are, I don't know. Well, our flag carriers tonight will be Hot Rod Snellenberger, Mitch Stankowski, and the IMC Stock Cars. Your street stocks, Ben Pitlick and Quentin Morrison, Jeff Thomas and the USRA Lights, Devin Freeze and the Piers, and Blake Johnson and the JD Archer Paintball 600 Micros. Come on out. Well, this guy's been doing double duty all year. Not only in the street stock, but also in the 600. He picked up his first feature flag a couple of weeks ago, the Superior Plumbing number 100. Give it up for Blake Joslin. The 51, the Iceman, coming Quentin Morrison out of Eagle River. And that sharp-looking Batmobile, the 07, Jeff Thomas. The 5 picked up his second featured flag of the year in 26. Mitch Stankowski out of Wausau. And the 95, he's had him covered all season long with a sizable point lead. Devin Freeze in the 95.
Working on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd ask if you'd please rise. And gentlemen, if you'd kindly remove your caps for the playing of our country's national anthem. And the 100, Quentin Morrison, and the 51, the 07, Jeff Thomas. Mitch Stankowski, the 5, the 95, long and every race fans, on behalf of the staff and the management of Eagle River Speedway, we welcome you to our back to school backpack giveaway night here at Eagle River Speedway. If you're 12 and under and you haven't done so, turn your ticket in that you get at the front gate and pick up your free backpack chock full of school supplies. Who's got a rumble at the river hangover per se, huh? A little bit. Those 2 big days of racing. We're getting ready to throw down here again tonight. wish a happy first birthday to Hollywood. As always, we're going to kick it off with some 300 micro sprint heats. Looks like Owen Breyer will be in the 100% car, along with the 16 of Colton Glenvin. And the 60 of Graham Van Atten. So a semi-pro heat coming your way. Well, this is all new for Owen Breyer, obviously. It's a little bit of a learning curve. Cars going to throw down for 6 laps in the Dan Surface 300. The future of our sport, we're going green. Top of the 60. Colton Glenvin right on his heels, and Colton taking a look inside. Good race as they dance through 3 and 4. Colton regains the number 1 spot coming out of in the maiden debut, coming home in 3rd. go, and up on the side, Owen Breyer on the side, just in the wall coming up. Luckily, these kids, these things are pretty resilient, and it might scare the kids more than anything, in all honesty. If and when we get a report at all on this condition, we'll be certain to pass it on.
They can't.
Well, in case you just rolled through the gates, as the checkers flew, rookie driver, actually in his very first outing, Owen Breyer, hit the wall coming out of turn 4 and went on his side. And that is the reason for the delay. Again, when we get any kind of a report, update on how he's doing, we will certainly let you know. Looks like we're getting a thumbs up, and that is a great sign. A scary moment, but Owen's out. Well, you can never be too careful. I tell you what. So definitely good news that Owen is out and okay. So good news that Owen seems to be okay. That is the most important news. We'll get ready for heat number 2 after the cleanup takes place. The next heat will look like this. Manitowoc Waters Archer Peter will go from the pole in the 17. Bentley Seliger out of Wausau in the 07. Row 2 inside will be the 31. Blake Wilkie out of Tomahawk. Outside, Addison Dishaw from Ontonagon, Michigan in the 44. Row number 3, from Eagle River, Maya Ewart in the 87. Outside, Carter Aho from Twin Lakes, Michigan in the 100. And the final row, all Eagle River, Parker Ewart in the 621, Reed Joslin in the 99J. One more lap to go. Second car field scheduled to go down to 6 laps. T2, the dance surface 300's getting ready to rock and roll. The green's out. Welke down to the bottom looking for that hole shot. Archer Peter on top right now in the 17. Lap 1 going down to 1. We got a couple of pilings of your leader in that number 2 spot. A-hole in the 100 is up to 4th. And second and fourth starting to close the gap on that 17 car up front. Wilkie now taking it to the top. The 100. Gallagher shines it up to 17 as they roll off the dog leg into turn 3. Top grip upward of under bumper. And Wilkie taking it up top one more time out of 4. Archer Peter has led this one from the drop of grade, and he'll get the white flag this time across the line to let it go. Here comes Celery looking to make the move. Cooper A-hole, Carter A-hole waiting in the leads. Checker fly, Olympic North Peter. Your winner, the only one that I'm aware of this year from Manitowoc Waters, driving car number 17, put them together for Archer Peter. Up next, your Superior Plumbing IMCA Stock Car Heat. 9 contestants in the house tonight. And on the pole is going to be the 07 car, Jimmy Schmidt, out of 3 Lakes outside. It's the 57, Green Bay's John Hines. Row 2, Bruce Crossing, Michigan's Jordan Curdy in the 26. On the outside, Eagle River's Trenton Bell in car number 29. Row number 3, Ryan Glenman of Eagle River in the 15G, Jason Zadroik in the 1Z. Also, Eagle River drivers with their families have roots that run deep with this racetrack. Row 4, Kesley Richards of Montello, the 99R. Outside, Mitch Stankowski of Wausau, the 5. And from the back of the bus in the shotgun spot, car number 10 out of Pulaski, Hot Rod Snellenberger. Cars going to throw down the gauntlet for 8 laps of the Class Cup, 2 tough to contain. Veteran John Hines, one of Wisconsin's top 10 in all-time wins in the division. Outside row number 1. He's picked up the honors. trouble. Jimmy Schmidt stalled up in between 1 and 2. Just kind of by the Dustin Light Construction Holman Lindsay banner up there. And the Badger Truck Repair Wrecker being summoned to the scene. Don't forget, get your 50/50 tickets now and support the Eagle River Elementary PTO. Support a good cause in the process and have a little chance to win some extra cash. Up next, we've got our JD Archery and Paintball 600 Micro Sprint. 7 of them in the house tonight. And they come from 3 states. 3 from Wisconsin, 3 from Michigan, and 1 from Minnesota. And on the pole will be the winner. Last time we ran here a couple of weeks ago, Blake Johnson of Rhinelander in the 100J. Outside the Pride of Boulder Junction, that's Catholic Town in the 33K. Row 2 inside, a pair of Buglers coming over to play here at the Eagle. Yeager Quinn from Blackstone, the 18U. Braxton Lundquist out of Ark River outside in the 15. Row 3 inside, Ethan Mannanen from Cornell, Michigan. In the 1 to the outside, it's the 323. Stacy, Minnesota's Tyler Polofsky. From the shotgun spot out of Dorchester, Wisconsin, will be the 47 car. That is Oakley Schwantes. 7 cars scheduled to throw down for 8 laps. Not sure what happened to Jimmy Schmidt, but it's got to go up on the hook. There's a better look at Jimmy Schmidt's racer. Hopefully, whatever it is, nothing terminal, and he can answer the bell for tonight's A main. 600 is going to go down for 8 laps. Well, only 5 are going to answer the bell. We're missing only Schwantes. Todd Doherty in the 55 from that pole position. He'll set the pace along with Peterson. Here we go. They pick up that pace. They hit the track line. Your defending frame champion. Looking good this year as well. Missed it night. Pulled out for Stockholm, Wisconsin's Lucas Peterson. Winner of heat number 1 of the Sweetwater USRA late models. Heat number 2 in the chute ready to go. And on the pole, Conover, Wisconsin's Chad Letter, the 49. On the outside, back after about a month off, Danny Zelton, car number 17Z on a 3 lengths. Row number 2 from Jim Falls, it's Jason McMahon of the 52. Outside, hometown driver Dave Bennett in car number 5, and from the back of the bus, the 07 car Jeff Thomas in the Batmobile out of Eagle River. And we do have an update from the friendly folks with the Eagle River Elementary PTO. The 50/50 is at $356. So I'm sure we can bump that up significantly here in time. Time, a big thanks to the businesses and individuals that donated backpacks chock full of school supplies. Superior Plumbing, Needed's Caretaking and Property Management, Chevronnets, the Sportsman Chalets, and Direct Home Village, and Direct Racing, Nick Hillard Racing, the Prop Shop, Kim Brown Racing, Ryan Brown Racing, Pineview Construction, Bell Racing, JoeMilligan.com, and Schwantes Racing. Also, Jaeger Quinn, so big thanks to Jaeger. Jaeger wheels at number 18600 Micro. He was a scratch in the heat. Hopefully he can answer the bell for tonight's 8-8. We're going to double them up side by side and give them a 1 to go signal before we turn them loose. Chad Letter from the pole alongside of Dan Zelton. They'll set the pace for this heat number 2 in the Sweetwater USRA and late models. quarterback after being sidelined for several weeks. And I'd say things are looking up for the 17 car after that dominating performance. Training boxing among the sponsors on the 17 with 3 legs. Put them together. That's Danny's Elton. Coming up next, we've got a pair of Zadroit road-rolling street stock heats. All cars making tonight's A-Main. Rhinelander's Jeremy Joslin will go from the pole position in the 17J to the outside from Mass City, Michigan. That will be Caleb Jolliffe in the 22J. Row 2 inside from Marshfield, Madison Derringer in the 28. On the outside of the 218 car out of Mass City, Michigan, that's Colin Jolliffe. Row 3 inside, Jason Eisel, Lamera Sugar Camp in the 838. Outside, hometown driver at just 12 years of age, Lucas Zadroit. Lucas in the 19Z. Your final row, hometown driver Caleb Miller in the 53M. And Rhinelander's Alexis Johnson in the 2J rounding out the pack. 8 cars, 8 laps, the first of 2 Detroit road-rolling street stock heats. Reminder Championship night next Tuesday night. And that'll be our final points night of the 2026 season. We will be having our annual on-track autograph session prior to the races. If the weather cooperates, sometimes we've had an intermission. At any rate, plan on that for next Tuesday night. We only have 2 more races left for the year. Our final one being on Labor Day weekend, Saturday, September 5th. If you've been wanting to bring a friend or 2 to attend to the races, you've got 2 more chances to do it. On point to the 17J, Caleb Jolliffe on the outside in the 22J. They'll set the pace for this 8-lap heat. Keep your eyes on the flagman as they pick up the pace through 3 and 4. Nice clean start for the race. Joslin. E2 on deck. And here's the Groikwell Drilling Straight Stocks. And on the pole, the 22H Hope Isel on a Rhinelander outside. It's Blake Johnson of the 100J also on a Rhinelander. Row 2, hometown driver Ben Petlick in the 190. Nick Allard on the outside. The 69 car out of Three Lakes. Row 3, it's Coleslaw. Cole Bennett, the 14 out of Eagle River. Quentin Morrison, the Iceman in the 51. Also on the Eagle River. Back of the bus, the Flying Grandma. Grandma Kim Brown from Eagle River. Picked up a couple of feature wins here this year. Petlick in the 190 has one under his belt. The 51 of Morrison has had one. Nick Allard, the feature winner. Blake Johnson has one, but that was in the 600 micros. Looking to go green this time. The yellow light is off. That means Lou wants to go green, so long as it's a clean start at the line. Isel and Joslin will set the pace for this second Groikwell Drilling Straight Stock meet. 2, Faisal. Up next, a pair of Chevrolet Beamont Heats. All cars in the 8. The heat's scheduled for 8 laps. Dustin Kangas on a Phelps in the 5 car. He'll go from the pole. Outside Twin Lakes, Michigan's Cooper Aho in the 25A. Row number 2. Inside, hometown driver Ryan Brown of the 25. To the outside, it's the 2J, Corey Jolliffe out of Mass City, Michigan. From the back of the bus, the Flying Fossil. It's the 41 car of Argonne, Wisconsin. The one and only Vito Bailey, a legend. Of course, we had 57 Beamont drivers from 8 states in Canada here last week for that big 2-day Rumble of the River. But when the dust settled, it was Matt Avila picking up the $10,250 top prize. The largest big race in track history. For 8 laps, Kangas and Aho will set the pace from the front row. They pick up the pace. perennial front runner. Put them together. Winner B number 1, that's Corey Chala. E2 and your Chevrolet Mimans coming up next. It's a 5-for-8 deal, 5 cars, 8 laps. Another Mass City, Michigan driver from the pole will be Braden Kirtland in the 18K. On the outside out of Iron Mountain, Michigan in the 65G, that's Frank the Tank Gasparini. Row 2 inside, from Vernock with a 25F, that is Andy Fink. Outside out of Ontonaga, Michigan, your defending track champion, that's James Emshaw. For the 47 car out of Eagle River, that is Cat Scarover. All flyers, 8 laps. E2 in the Chevrolet Mimans. Don't forget, folks, we've got Eagle River Speedway t-shirts and sweatshirts. Also, we have t-shirts and other apparel left from the Rumble at the River. Lights out. Kirtland and Gasparini bring them down. Heat number 2. For Frank the Tank Gasparini in the 65. Up next is Superior Plumbing and Excavating Pure Stock Heat. 9 contestants in the house tonight. And can anybody beat Devin Freeze? That's the question. I mean, in this division, he's in the 95 car. He has won a total of 5 out of 7 races. The only other one to win is Trevor Schumann. Trevor's not here tonight. Somebody else turned to step up and challenge him. But here's what we got. Riley Glevin, the 16-year-old cross-country star on the pole for the green jeep. Phillips Devin Freeze in the 95. Chris Bushy in the 4 Tomahawk. Hope Slaw Bennett in the 14. Out of Eagle River. Korean Stein, Brandon again, Wilson. 55 out of Arizona. Row number 4, Cody Mountain, Brandon in the 13. On apprentice, Reginald Kolskowski in the 91. And from the back of the bus out of Park Falls, car number 37, Caitlin Fritzel. 9 cars, 8 laps. Superior Plumbing and Excavating, pure stock. Riley Glevin and Devin Freeze will set the pace from the front row. Good start for Freeze. But Devin Freeze has dominated this division here all season long. Look for here, picking up where he left off in this heat race. Here we go. drive shaft, presumably the 33 of Riley Lippman. So attrition rate kind of high in this one. We started with 9, down to 6. We lost Glenbin. We lost the 4 of Bushy. And the 14 of Coleslaw Bennett. Just like that. Gavin Freeze, your leader. The solo pure stock heat. They round 4 seconds. Out of Phillips, Wisconsin, continuing his dominance of the division. Give it up for Devin Freeze in car 95. So coming up next, we always run our feature or features in our Dan Service 300s, and tonight's no exception. But we're going to throw them all in one feature here tonight. It's going to go for 12 laps. And your lineup looks like this. Colton Glenbin will be on the pole, the heat winner earlier tonight with 16G. Outside, another Eagle River driver, Graham Banana in the 60. Row 2 inside, Archer Peter, Manitowish Waters 17. He also won Bentley Seliger, the 07 out of Wausau. Row 3, Blake Wilkie from Tomahawk 31, the 100 of Carter Aho out of Twin Lakes. Row number 4, Addison Dishaw out of Ontonagon, Michigan of the 44. Outside the 621 is Parker Ewart out of Eagle River. Row 5, Maya Ewart of Eagle River, the 87. Reed Johnson, the 99J. And if he answers the bell after he clobbered the wall as the checkers flew in that heat race, not sure if he'll answer the bell or not. Hometown driver Owen Breyer in the 100%, though hard to say if he'll answer the bell or not. Didn't see how much damage there was to that car. Took a pretty good lick though on the wall. Fans, just a reminder that if weather is ever an issue on Tuesdays, always best to check the track's Facebook page, because mostly Patty does a very good job of keeping that. Once in a blue moon, I'll throw an update in there, but it's mostly Patty. She does a pretty good job of keeping us abreast as to what's happening out here, especially on Wednesday. Then there were 9. Coming home fifth, Archer Peter fourth, A-Hole third, Seliger. Oh, check that. Coming home fifth, Peter fourth, Dishaw, something to miss on the 44th there at the end. A-Hole third, Seliger second, your winner, second flag, feature flag of the year. As the top three make their way into the Minocqua Chevrolet victory lane. Folks, give it up for Blake Wilkie. Picking up that second feature of the year. All right, final call for the 50-50. Final call. It is at $526. Final call. Great chance for you to grab one of those. We lost the 4 of Bushy. Future of our sport, we're going green. Top of the 60. Colton Woodward right on his heels, and Colton taking a look inside. Good race as they dance through 3 and 4. Colton regains the number 1 spot coming out of the field. In the maiden debut, coming home in third. One more lap to go. Second class field scheduled to go down to 6 laps. Heat 2 of the dance service 300's getting ready to rock and roll. The green's out. Welke down to the bottom looking for that hole shot. Archer Peter on top right now in the 17. Lap 1 going down to the 1. Gallagher, within a couple of pilings of your leader, that number 2 spot. A-Hole in the 100 is up to 4th. Second Newport starting to close the gap on that 17 car up front. Wilkie now taking it to the top. Gallagher signs it up to 17 as they roll off the dog leg into turn 3. Top three upward of under bumper. And Wilkie taking it up top one more time out of 4. Led this one from the drop of grade, and he'll get the white flag this time. Off they go. Here comes Celery looking to make the move. Wolverine-Ho, Carter-Ho waiting in the lead. Checker fly over to the North Peters. Your winner, the only one that I'm aware of this year from Manitowish Waters, driving. Jimmy Schmidt from 3 Lakes on point to the 07. Veteran John Hines, one of Wisconsin's top 10 and all-time wins in the division. Outside row number 1. He picked up the trouble. Jimmy Schmidt stalled up in between 1 and 2. Well, only 5 are going to answer the bell. We're missing only Schwantes. He'll set the pace along with Peterson. Here we go. They pick up that pace. They hit the shot line. They'll set the pace for this heat number 2 in the Sweetwater USRA late models. Well, he just got his motor back after being sidelined for several weeks. And I'd say things are looking up for the 17 car after that dominating performance. Stage ready boxing on the sponsors on the 7, TJ Cobb, Caleb Jolliffe on the outside in the 22J. They'll set the pace for this 8-lap heat. Keep your eyes on the flag man as they pick up the pace through 3 and 4. Nice clean start for the race. And Curdy will set the pace in this 8-car field, scheduled for 20 laps as they pick up the yard. They hit the truck line and So he makes his way to the Minneapolis Chevrolet victory lane. Victory number 5 here on the year for Wisconsin's all-time winningest driver in the division. And all of them get a round of applause. Green to checker without a yellow. Let's give a nice round of applause. He's climbing out of the car, unbuckled, helmet off, gloves off. He's in the Minneapolis Chevrolet victory lane. Give it up one more time. Hot Rod Snellenberger. Trent Bell with a nice run in second. Stankowski third, Zadroik fourth. And Jordan Purdy rounding up the top 5 finishers in a caution-free affair. let's give those 600 micro drivers a round of applause. Green to checker, a lot of yellow. Great job, drivers. Coming home fifth, hopefully Schwantes in the 47. Fourth, Catherine Town. Third, Blake, check that. Fifth, the 6R of Town. Fourth, Jocelyn. Third is the one abandoned. Second, the 323 of Polofsky. And your winner, and he goes wire to wire, Braxton Lundquist. Rolling into that Minocqua Chevrolet victory lane. Folks, he's getting the gloves off, unbuckling the 5-point harness. He's out of the car. Give it up for Braxton Lundquist in the Minocqua Chevrolet victory lane. Will go from the pole at car number 55 to the outside. That's the 49 of Chad Litterer. Monaco row 2 inside. Danny's down to 17 out of the green lights outside. It's the Batmobile Batman himself, Jeff Thomas. Row 3 inside. Good ball to Jason McFadden, the 52 outside. Hometown driver from right here in Eagle River, Jason Zagroik in the 1Z. Row 4, Tomahawks, Zach Brisky in the 3. Outside, Stockholm's Lucas Peterson in the 65. Final row, Mike Kirkland of Madison City, Michigan, the 76. And hometown driver Dave Bennett in car number 5. That car is going to throw it out for the 20 laps. A lap or two to work in a little bit of the moisture that we kind of sprinkled on top. Always try to give the drivers the best track surface possible.
gone by so fast.
Coming up in fifth in that caution-free event, the 3 of Frisky. Fourth, the 49 of Chant Lederer. Third, the 1Z of Jason Zadroit. Second, Lucas Peterson in the 65. He came from 8th. And your winner, second straight back-to-back here. Second one of the year.
Wow. The guy knew was, I just can't believe it. They sent all the results you got my Aspire staff. I'm not a doctor. I mean, 4 of them have come back abnormal.
The Batmobile, as the fans like to call it. Pulling up back into that Minocqua Chevrolet Victory Lane.
Well, you try looking it up, you can't even pronounce the word. Right.
Helmet up, unbuckling from that racer.
Look it up to try and pronounce it, you just can't.
He's out of the car, folks. Let's give it up for your hometown driver, the 07, Jeff Thomas. We want to wish a very happy birthday to TZ himself, Tom Zadroit. Happy birthday, Tom. Have a cold one or two for him. Toast with him, will ya? year here in the Blacklist Chevrolet Victory Lane at Eagle River Speedway. Look at that, the best victory lane in all of the Midwest. You can see you're at a KISS concert or you're looking for Oz, I don't know. But it's pretty cool. I had a lot of the other state guys tell me Monday and Tuesday that is the coolest victory lane that they have ever seen. So Nick Allard picks up feature win number 2 of the year here. And coming up next, your Chevrolet B-Mod feature. 10 cars for 20 laps and on the pole out of Argonne, Wisconsin, the Flying Fossil. The legend himself, Vito Bailey in the 41 outside. Braden Kirkland out of Mass City, Michigan in the 18K. Row 2, Eagle River's own Tad Schoonover 47 and Ryan Brown in the 25. Row 3 from Phelps, Dustin Kangas in the 5. Frank the Tank Gasparini in the 65G. Row number 4, Dave Yeshua, the 44, of Ontonagon, Michigan. Cody John from Massey, Michigan, the 2K. And your final row, and the 25A and the 25F, that's Andy Fish. Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 2. That's a little better. I think we're good. I'm blaming on Pat. Get the volume down. I don't know what happened, but we're back in business. Thank you, Mike. All right, Chevrolet V-Mods getting ready to rock and roll. One to go single, we're going to turn them loose for 20 laps. Chevrolet V-Mods getting ready to take the green. One time, a reminder, next week's championship night, our final points night of the 2026 season, and we will feature our on-track autograph session. Drivers will hand out the hero cards, candy, all sorts of good stuff. Get up close, take some selfies with the drivers. The hammer drops at 7 o'clock. Jolliffe fires the 2J. See if he stays. Nope, he's going to go to the pit. We have 2 laps in. And it looks like Aho's car is getting pushed by a 4-wheeler. Jolliffe, he's right out yet. caution Ryan Brown did not want to see. Comes out. He's ready to drop the hammer one more time. Brown's got one victory under his belt so far in 26. Here we go. Laps complete, we've got 8 to go. And Vito loops it, got tagged a little bit by Fate, but Vito had gotten a little crossed up there. And Vito's going to take the 41 into the pits. One to go single, given 8 to go. Does anybody have anything for Ryan Brown? Brown, Jalop and Disha had a heck of a battle going there for the runner-up spot. 8 to go. Number 44, your defending champion. He finds victim in Aqua Chevrolet Victory Lane for the second time in 2026. Give it up for Dave Dishaw. Second, going to Ryan Brown, Corey Jolliff third, Gasparini fourth, Ted Schoonover rounds out the top 5 finishers. Our final event of the night, your Superior Plumbing and Excavating Pier Stock feature. 15 laps with Ken Wilson coming from the pole, the 22W Reginald Felskowski on the outside out of Prentice, Wisconsin in the 91. Row number 2, Cody Boutnick, Crandon, the 13B, Bobby Hommerding in the 55 out of Merrill. Row 3 inside, Devin Freeze out of Phillips at 95, Caitlin Fritzel from Park Falls, Wisconsin in the 37. Row number 4, Riley Glenman of Eagle River 33, Gene Cole Bennett the 14B, Chris Bushy from Tomahawk 4, he can answer the bell. Looks like Riley Glumpin might be a scratch for this contest. Fifteen laps. Here's stock action. They pick up the pace, and we're green. Gets him, hopefully not too hard, hopefully no radiator damage or anything of that nature. Fifteen laps. Here's stock action. They pick up the pace, and we're green. Just under back to yellow. And we lost Caitlin Fritzel getting pushed back into the pits. Pieces and parts on the track up in corner number 3. So tearing off the body parts there, the 55. Complete, 13 to go. Laps remaining, and Devin Priest finds himself in a very familiar spot up front. He's looking for feature win number 6 on the year here tonight. Let's see if Hammerling and company have anything for him. this one. Blue giving up the 1-to-go signal. Once again, Devin Freeze on top. They pick up the irons one more time, coming out of Walter Green. Well, this guy's made it a habit of finding victory lane. This time for the 6th appearance in the Minocqua Chevrolet Victory Lane in 2026. Give it up for Devin Freeze! And once again, a big thanks to everybody for coming out tonight, and a big thanks to our backpack sponsors, Superior Plumbing, Heated Caretaking and Property Management, Chevronet's, Sportsman Chalet, Zadoric Well Drilling, Zadoric Racing, Nick Allard Racing, Prop Shop, Kim Brown Racing, Ryan Brown Racing, The Pine View Construction, Pell Racing, JoeVertigan.com, Jaeger Quinn, and Schwantes Racing.